Okay, hello everyone. So today let's talk about something very interesting. I have seen so many developers are doing this type of coding approach in the function. Suppose there is a function, and inside that function they are trying to convert some object reference into the string. So that's why they are using a toString method of that particular object. Okay, like suppose you have something into the variable like object reference, and you are calling the toString method on that in order to convert that object into a string format. It in some places and in some time it seems to be like very okay, and the people are committing the code, people are taking it as it is. But let me tell you the disadvantage of this approach while you are calling the toString method directly on the object reference. Okay, what could be the disadvantage? Suppose your that object reference is, sometimes it could be null, it could be a, sometimes it could be a null, right? If your object reference will come as a null, then and on that null, if you are calling that particular toString method, then it may leads to a null pointer exception, right? This is actually the negative case or edge case we can consider that in this case your code will not work. You have to think about a error prone code or a defensive kind of code, so that in such kind of negative cases or it's such kind of scenarios as well, your code needs to be a work, right? What we can do, instead of calling toString method directly on that object reference, okay, suppose like you are having a string class. In that string class we have a value of method, right? What we can do, we can call String.valueOf. Inside that you can pass the object reference. What is this String.valueOf method is doing? This value of method is very useful because first it is checking that object is null or not. If object is a null, then it will return a null value as a string. Otherwise, if it is not null, then it is returning that it is calling the toString method of that object reference. Okay, this it means that there is a null checking is kind of coming into the picture when you are using a String.valueOf method, right? So as a best practice, if you want to avoid the null pointer kind of exceptions, then you can think about to use a String.valueOf method or toString method directly on the object itself, right? Okay, this is actually the best practice that you have to follow if you want to avoid or if you want to get rid of this null pointer kind of exceptions. Okay, yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much.